All right. So, I've noticed on a lot of YouTube that there isn't any guides to doing any of the dungeons in here, so I decided to make this one and see how we go. We actually have a learning cleric right now, our Rune Queen here. She's basically leveled up from 1 to 49 by herself. Well, she had somebody playing with her, but and then she's just been doing repeatables in Rashanta to level up. She's never done Adma, and she asked us to help her out because we've been friends with her since the start. So I liked her name because I'm like Rune Queen, and her guild's name is Rune Kingdom, and I thought that was a really pretty thing. And I thought it was really cool. But she's been by herself. She's never done really any dungeons, so I'm going there to back her up. This is the weirdest Adma run you'll probably see. We have an assassin tank, but he's been my tank for years, so he knows what he's doing. This is on Classic, however. Hey, look, there's Millie. Hi, Millie. But yeah, she's been by herself for this long, and I'm gonna just give you guys a quick guide. It's not gonna be quick. A quick guide on Adma, and just to see how we go, and like teach you all the healing and the buffs. These are how you do macros and things like that. So like this is how quick because my ping is very good. I don't know if you can't see my ping, but my ping's really good at the moment. But yeah, my delay is 0.1, which means it's like straight after each other. So if I buff myself with my group buff, did you see how quick that was? Like, watch again. Boom, boom. So if I remove my buffs off of me, and then we use it again, you see how quick that was? That's an auto buff, so I don't have to sit there and go click, 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 click to my whole entire group. I can just click Terra, and I can just buff him. Well, I've got to get closer to him, but I can just buff him. So this makes it easier for me when I'm running past randoms in Panda or whatever, or when I'm out questing. I'll just click on them, buff them, and then I'll pop a heal on them, and then that's it. This is the little hot or the heal over time that you get. This is all from a cleric's point of view, so you guys will be learning this from a cleric's point of view. It's my oh shit button. This does Sage's Wisdom and Grace of the Empyrean Lord. This makes Sage's Wisdom here reduces the cast time of all my skills, and the Sage's Wisdom, the Grace of the Imperial Lord makes all of my cast free. So it makes them faster and free. This is a good macro to have when you're in trouble and you're like, oh shit, I've got to heal quick and I've got to do it now. You can just pop it, and then you can spam your skills for a few seconds before you have to start paying mana for them. So that's always a good thing that you can always have. Another one in the old the old version, so the retail version, people are already pulling in here. I'm letting Rune Queen take the lead in healing here so I can just talk. But Dispel is also a good thing in the retail version. These Dispel, Cure, and Cure Mind got put into the one skill. So I've literally put that into the one skill here. It's my Dispel. So when I'm doing Adma himself and he does, what's that skill called? Something Death Sentence. I can literally target the person, hit it once, and I'll do both the casts at once, and then you do it again. And it does both the casts. So then you don't have to freak out and go, which one's going to remove the buff? That'll give it a bit of more of a peace of mind for you as a healer. This here is my shield. It's a blessed shield that does this. And Prayer of Focus, which is this one here. The shield is just a tiny little shield that you put around you to help not take so much physical damage, because as a healer, you're going to take a lot of damage if you pull aggro off of the tanks and things like that. I'm auto-healing right now, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. But you're going to take a lot of aggro off the tanks sometimes. If they pull a mob and then you start healing the tank, you're going to pull that mob off the tank unless they've got like really good aggro on them. But if they pull 3 or 4 and then the tank can't get aggro on the 4th one, you are going to be tanking that. So it's always good to have a shield. And then the Prayer of Focus is this one, which increases your concentration. And it helps you when you get hit by a mob. Sometimes your skill can just stop because it stops your concentration. It hits you and then you're like, ow, that hurt. Instead of having that where they stop your cast, the concentration by 700 will help you heal through anything pretty darn much. So that's my oh shit button and my shield button. And my oh shit 2, which is Noble Grace and Morchiton's Light. Morchiton's Light here is a very good skill. It gives everybody in the party that is within your range a little teeny shield and then heals them for a little bit. So it's a very, very good thing to have on your bar, but I have it in my second oh shit button if shit really hits the fan. But by that time, you'll probably have a Quittle up, which is the best heal you have beside Brilliant Protection. So I'm just going to be DPSing and healing. We have 2 assassins. Usually you're supposed to have a tank and like a chanter in your group to help with the buffs. Like these are chanter buffs that really help out with the mana mantra, sorry. And they're covering like MP every few seconds. The physical attack for obviously, depending on what classes you have in your chanter group, the chanter will change the buffs depending. See, this one's crit strike. Because we all have melee and 1 ranged, which also goes a little bit off of basically melee, but he's not magic damage. So if we had a Sork in our group, he might change this one to like a magic mantra or something like that to help boost their magic power. But since all of our group is melee, he's got this one here. I'm going to move that out of the way. He's got this one here, which is a crit strike, so it gives us more crit strike, and it also gives them more physical attack because they're all attacking physically right now. So this is basically an Adma learning curve right now. These first 2 pools, there's usually 2 guards here, which you guys probably all just saw already when I was explaining a lot of shit. And then there's a patrol that comes back here and a patrol that goes across here. You've got to kill this cook, and you've got to silence her if you have a silence arrow or a Sork in the party that can silence them, because they do something called like a scream, and it makes you and another person run into the mobs. So you've got to be very careful. So see what the tank's doing right now is he's pulling, or the assassin, pulling her back here. So when she does her scream, I'm not doing anything right now, I'm just going to let her heal. When she does her scream, which you probably won't see because it's going to die really quickly, but you'll see the Banshee do like a scream or a Banshee wail, and then we'll get like a green over our health, and then we'll get thrown into the other mobs. And then that's where most pulls go wrong. We also have a Pat coming in here on the left, but we're all going to be moving up here on the right. There's one Pat that pats, which is this guy. He pats all the way around the room all the time. So you've got to be careful when you're pulling. You've got to watch this mini-map here, if you're in this room here where we start, and you've got to watch this guy patting and make sure that he's not here, because you can pull all of these 3 if you pull the 2 outside the door. So see how Tara's health was just green just then? So I would have just went like that to dispel him, and it's green again, so I can do that to dispel him again. She's basically doing good on the heals right now. I'm just hanging out here right now, just doing things. So I like to do Summer Circle because it helps resist with Fire Resist and Earth Resist. If you're fighting Queen Alakina, you'll probably want the Water Resist because she's a mermaid. Oh, he's going down real quick. She got it? Yeah, she's got it. Good girl. So I'm just letting her take the lead, and I'm just hanging back right now. But I have looked on YouTube, and I have not seen any guides on incoming on the right. So incoming on the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to root him there, and he's going to be angry at me. So I always run to the tank, or who's tanking at the point, and the tank goes over and picks him up. That's basically what happens. Always run to the tank, or always run to your healers if things go bad. If you end up managing to pull a lot of mobs in here, run to the door and get the hell out. Just exit the door. We've had that happen a few times, but most of the time, like, I can heal through it because I'm very confident in my heals. Hi, Bucky. We're teaching Rune Queen how to heal this because she's a little nervous on her own. So I'm here, and I'm going to be making a YouTube video and sending it on YouTube right now, because I have not seen any guides on Adma or anything like that on how to do this dungeon. Are we going to go to Princess to show Princess off, or not bother? I think we should go to Princess just to show it off, but it's up to you guys. Princess is a little bit of a difficult fight because the whole entire party has to go from left to right, because there's a cauldron on the left as you enter the room and a teddy bear on the right. You have to clear the whole entire room, and you have to run left to right depending on what buff you get. If it's the blue buff, you run to the blue cauldron, and if it's the red buff, you have to run to the teddy bear. We'll show you a little bit later on in the video / Twitch. But yeah, we're just in here. I'm here for moral support for the Rune Queen. She's basically doing all right, but she's basically leveled up and healed by herself, basically. So we're teaching her Adma, basically. She's healing 2 assassin tanks right now, and it's very, very hard for her to heal them, because usually when assassins get into trouble, they use a skill called, what's it called? The back jump? Tara? Ambush. I bloody hate this skill because it removes my, use it right now if it's up. See how I've got him targeted? And if he uses his ambush, if he's going to use it, can you use your ambush? It's on cooldown. Okay, but if he uses ambush, it takes my target away. It's basically like having a Sork and then they use their blink. And you have to reselect your target as a healer. It's very, very annoying, but... Yeah, right. So Terra's here now on my screen and I haven't touched the... See? And he just used his ambush. So you have to reselect him to heal again. Thank you, Terra. So that's always a thing. Like, you'll always wonder, like, I had him selected and I was healing, but where did this person go? And it's like, you always got to know the classes and what kind of classes do what sort of things. Whoop. Yeah, the info for this game is scattered and some are outdated. Correct, Bucky. That's why I'm just deciding why not. This will be my first YouTube video as well as live play on Twitch. So excuse the hairdo and my lovely shirt. But yeah, I didn't even have time to do anything right now, so we're just hanging out here. Usually when people get hit like this, I'll always do like my smaller group heal because the smaller group heal has a very short cooldown, which you'll see in a second. I'm only healing to show you guys. It only has a 5-second cooldown. Oh, she's gone here. So it only has a 5-second cooldown. So when people take a little bit of damage, I'll always use my healing wind because it's just a quicker cooldown. But when the party takes half damage, so everybody's health is at half, I will pop Splendor of Recovery. It is a faster heal and it is a bigger heal. But the cooldown is much bigger too because it's 1 minute. But at that point, if your party is still down health, you'll want to put Wachaton's Light on and then go back and using your little healing wind and then singularly heal as you go. Whoops. But most of the time, like, see how she's getting aggro from the mobs? See how her health is going down? At that point, I would put on my Thorny Skin, so the mobs that are hitting me are still getting damage, and I'm also getting a little bit of protection from them with the Thorny Skin. So right now we're going to be making our way to Princess. Whoop. So when you make your way to Princess, you have to go either this side or that side, depending on where the boss mob is or the key dropper mob is. I can't see him. I think he's patrolling at the moment. I think he's back there somewhere. There, see this guy that's patrolling? See him walking? Well, it looks like it says Mournful Banshee, but it's not that. That's alright. So see how we've pulled extra people? So what I normally do here is I'll root one, I'll back up, and then I'll do huge heals because I know that people are going to be needing huge heals. And then I'll just start spamming. This is the best heal you'll ever have, which is Healing Light. It's a quick heal, and you'll keep people alive really, really easy for it. So you always got to spam this one because look how quick that is for the cast, and the cooldown is immediate. So you'll definitely want that. If you're getting hit, obviously that. Shield for yourself, and then your second shield, and you'll want to be casting your big group heal, which I don't need it right now because we've got a second healer in the group and she's doing pretty well on her own. But I'm just stealing aggro off of them, and this is what I do. So I basically heal the crap out of myself because I know I'm going to be getting aggro, and I will be tank for a little while the other people /tank pick up the rest of the group. So see how I'm taking damage, and I'm just spamming this on myself. If I get to half health, I will pop my Flash of Recovery, and then I'll be back to full. So basically what we're doing right now is just waiting. See how she's doing the horrifying scream? See how I'm feared? I couldn't do anything for those few seconds. That's what I was talking about in the other room. If she does that, you'll get feared into other groups, and it's just not fun. This place, Adma, is very, very hard to pull mobs because they're all very, very, very close together. So if you accidentally pull one like we had just then, we might pull a 4 or 5. So you've got to be really, really on top of your heels and be prepared. So once they do it, don't panic. You've got this, all right? You got it. Don't panic. If they pull like 10 and then they say run, that's when you run to the door. Run straight to the front door and get the hell out. Scream and run away like a little girl. Flail. Okay. Alright, so that's the first lot taken care of. These guys here, they're just normal little mobs. Like, these ones aren't very bad to kill. So if you accidentally pull extra mobs, don't stress. If you pulled 6, like 2 of these, 3 of these, and another lot of the Blood Wings, don't panic. They're just normal mobs. You're not going to worry about it. So see how Rune Queen, because we don't have a tank to do taunts, she's taking a lot of damage right now because she's healing. So you always just got to try and keep heals in yourself and keep heals in your tank at that point. Right now, Terra is our tank, which he's an assassin, but he's really good at keeping aggro most of the time. But he doesn't have any taunts to get 3. Yeah, he doesn't have a taunt to get 3 mobs at once. So he just has to keep like tabbing through targets and hitting them all and trying to keep the heals, the help on the heals right now. She's got some food. Okay, she's got HP. So in my gear though too, like I've gone for chain. A lot of healers that are doing PvP like to go with cloth because it gives you more magic boost and... Oh, I thought he was talking to me. It gives you more magic boost and you can do a lot more damage to people basically when you're doing that. Me, I like to stick with chain because it gives me more defense when I'm getting my face beaten on. Like, see how Rune Queen's taking a lot of damage right now? Oh, see, she just popped her shield. You see that? That's great. See, she knows what she's doing. She's got this. She's trying to move away from them. Usually I root them and then just jump away or run away. But most of my videos and things like that on Twitch are me jumping around being a loon in here because I'm pretty confident in my heals, and sometimes I'll lose a tank or whatever, but don't fret when you lose a tank or lose a DPS. If you can help it, keep the tank alive above everybody else and yourself. You got to keep yourself alive and the tank alive, because if the tank can tank it and you can heal it, you are absolutely fine. In between heals, make sure that the tank is full. Say, I'm going to res, so the tank knows to pop like ethereal armor or something like that, or Imperium armor, and then he will be safe for a few seconds while you do a group res. With your reses here, you have Loki Resurrection or Resurrection Loki. Basically what happens is when somebody dies way over there, you can click on them, you can click Resurrection Loki, and they'll appear in your spot over here. This one, however, you can only do it out of group. You can do it out of group, sorry, but you can't use Resurrection Loki if somebody's out of your group. You have to use this one here, and they res where they die at. See how we pulled the extras here? Not a worry, because these guys are only normal mobs, so everyone's taking a little bit of damage. I'm popping a big group heal, that's it, and I'm not panicking at all. So never ever panic when you pull more than one. See this big fella here? I'm just going to root him while we take care of these little ones. It's not your job as a healer to root extra mobs, but it does help out the group, because then the sword can go, that's rooted and I didn't root it, so I can now sleep it or give somebody a chance to pick it up. Sometimes the tank will just yoink it in and start taunting it off of you, which is a good thing. But always don't be afraid to root an extra mob that comes in, because it saves you having to heal that extra mob's hitting on your tank or your assassin in this case. Hi Smacky, sorry I'm not saying hello very much. I'm trying to teach a lot of people in this video slash Twitch thing. Also, as a healer or as a cleric, you'll want to be trying to keep your mana at almost full or halfway, even during boss fights. I love this skill here. It's called Penance. It takes your health, but gives you mana back. So for me to counteract that, I like to use recovery potions. I'm not high enough in my alchemy yet to get the higher alchemy potions to, you know, be better than that. But I like the ones that heal over time, because you're also getting back health and mana. So you're getting back your healing, which puts you back to full health, and then also fills up your mana, which you can just see now. So these two I like to use a lot, but when I don't need to use that or that's on cooldown, I'll pop my normal mana potions. But it's mana potions and mana treatment 100% of the time. Like, you'll be wanting to pop that so much as possible, because if you are caught without any mana and somebody's taken huge amounts of damage, you're going to be caught with your pants down, and you really need to be on top of that as a healer. See how she's taking a lot of damage because she's taken the full heals now? But I'm just watching her back up and watching for her. She's not going too bad as a straight healer. Like, I'm watching her, she's doing Healing Light on herself. Oops, spamming it on Terra now. See, Healing Light, this is the best heal for a healer to use, and she's already knowing that, see? Oh. See how she just got hit then, and her Healing Light just got, stopped because she didn't have enough concentration on her. That's why I like a lot of concentration on me. But it's my build is mostly for PvE. If you want to do PvP, you'll need magic resist in your gear, and you'll need cloth. You'll need to wear cloth for that. That's the best. And also, if you're wearing cloth and you're healing, your heals heal for more or heal harder, I guess. Better way to say it. So right now, I like to keep rebuffing this, even though it's like a 9-minute thing. I always like to put it on. It just helps that little bit of extra defense against damage. I'm not sure what the mobs are in here, but 90% of the time you're going to be using Summer Circle, and if they're water mobs, you're going to be using Winter Circle. But right now, like the what is it, the instances. Basically, the instances you're going to be doing is Adma Stronghold and Drapna Cave, or DC as everybody calls it. And those ones, I've basically just been using Summer Circle in there. I don't think anything else needs to be used in that little spot. So we got 2 people, so I'm going to root the back one and keep it off the group for a few seconds. See how now they're only taking damage from 1. But by the time that he comes off of, yeah, see? By the time he comes out of that, I'm going to reroute him again. And he went straight on Rune Queen because nobody's hitting him, nobody's taunting him, so she's going to get aggro. That's the number one problem that you're going to run into as a healer is mana and getting aggro from the bloody mobs. It's kind of annoying, but it's just something that you got to live with because it's in the game, I guess. Sorry, I'm running out of voice to talk right now. This one here, this Pandemonium Protection, I only use this when I'm getting hit and my mana is at half. That's the only time I ever use it. See how 2 people here are green? This is a group dispel here. It's called Splendor of Purification. This gets the whole entire group. You'll find yourself using this more often than not in Adma because you have to dispel a lot of things. Most of the time it's just basically the one that really slows you down. Other times it's like they're on fire or they're bleeding. And I prioritize healing over dispelling in the normal instance, but once you get to Adma, you need to stop healing at that point if somebody gets a green health because they've got death sentence on them. And it counts down from like, I think 8 seconds, so it goes 8, 7, 6, 5, and then it starts flashing 4, 3, 2, and then if it gets to 1, no matter how much health you have or they have, they will be dead instantly. So you need to debuff the hell out of that. You need to debuff it twice. If your party is smart, they'll use this thing here called Greater Healing Potion. It'll remove a debuff, and then you only have to dispel it once. But most people use this and keep these and the healing root. They keep these for DC because Brakama does something called a chicken and flame shower, which absolutely suck. So you might be able to see a video on that later on, maybe tomorrow or something like that, and I'll start doing the teaching and things like that through that. Since there are no videos out on anyways. So we've pulled 3 here. This Banshee needs to die first because she does the wailing thing. See how Rune Queen's getting hit very hard here? So I'm just jumping in to pop in the heals and help. I'm supposed to be DPSing, but I'm talking because I'm explaining things right now. But always, the Banshees are your number 1 priority because she'll start doing the wail, which somebody just got feared into a wall. You seen that? So I should probably just DPS this here. Most of the time as a cleric, you can pop a couple of dots, I guess you call them, dots on mobs, but you will be healing 90% of the time, unless you can squeeze it in, but you've got to really be on top of your mana at that point. See, my mana's down a little bit, so I don't need a full mana potion. Sorry, I don't need to use that because I don't need to heal myself because my health is full, so you'll definitely just want to use a mana potion. Most of the time I'm using mana treatment because it's cheaper and easier to get and make. Because you just need Ordella powder for it. I don't know why I'm healing here. I should be healing. I like to pop a lot of hots on people who have a little bit of health that I know that aren't going to be taking too much damage. See, Fuma just took damage then. So I just popped a little hot on him and then that'll heal him back to full. So you always just want to put a hot on your tank or a heal over time on your tank, which is this one here, Light of Rejuvenation. And then you'll want to just continue on healing as normal. But this one here is your number 1 heal. I save Radiant Cure for when my tank gets to half health. Most of the time it's a Templar, but I'll save it for that and then I'll start casting Radiant Cure because by the time he hits down to here, the health will be up here again and then you'll just start casting or spamming Healing Light again. Excuse me, I'm dying a little bit here. This room's, see this stuff here, the nerve gas, it's poison and movement speed is slowed. See how slow I'm walking around here? It's very, very slow. It's very annoying in this place. It cannot be dispelled. Like I will sit here and try and dispel it off myself. It can't be dispelled. It's just in this room. So the instant you go out of this room, you'll be fine. So see how everybody's taking a little bit of damage? I'm going to do a little healing wind. She's already done it. She beat me to it. Good job, Rune Queen. So she's already done the group heal. And we have to pull these ones in here and around the corner so they don't fear us out into the room because all of these mobs are very close in together here, if you can see them. Oh, Rune Queen's getting hit very hard, so I'm going to put a flash heal on her. And I'm just sort of waiting. So me as a healer right now, if everybody's taking a lot of damage, I'm going to put Morchiton's Light on. and that'll give them a shield. You'll hear the shields getting hit on now. Oh, I don't think this thing's even hitting them. She's not even getting a chance to hit them. But yeah, so Morshaton's Light will heal them and give them each a little bit of a shield, which is great. So now again, I would do another group heal because this is just amazing. And they're all full health and you don't have to stress or worry about constantly like clicking through people. Also, another thing for dispelling people is the F1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 button. You can push those and change. See, I've got my hand off the mouse here. But you can push that and change to anybody you want. So if you are a keyboard warrior and you don't want to use your mouse, and you can use like this here, you can use this and then go F1, say F2, and then just heal like that and use your keyboards. Oops, we pulled another. See how he slept at? You see that? That's amazing. Good job. I didn't even see that because I was too busy talking. Okay, we have an extra one, so we should probably pull them into here. They're blinded. See the little puff of smoke? So one of the assassins have blinded them so they can't hit anybody, which is amazing. Hera's probably done it because he's the quicker of the two, I reckon. So another thing is when mobs are on you and you can't get them off you, another good thing you can use is called Tranquility. It decreases the immunity of them, so it decreases them being angry or pissed at you, I guess I call it. Like, this dude's pissed at me. So you just basically de-aggro them is what I call it. You de-aggro yourself to that particular mob. DP is full. Good. So this guy's probably going to pull these guys, but we're going to pull them anyways. This guy isn't very much of a challenge, so we can literally just DPS him down so easily. He's going to hit maybe one person a little bit hard, but that's about it. It's really not that bad. So we're just going to DPS him down right now. So what we're doing right now is we started here at the very start of Adma, and we went down here and we went to the storeroom to kill a guy, and now we're going all the way here to Princess Karamwin's room. It's very hard to say her name. I just call her the floofy dress lady, which this is the dress that you can possibly get off her, and this is the original color. But we just say princess for short. Like, a lot of people just say princess for short. See how she's stealing aggro now? Because we don't have a tank to taunt it off her, so we just spam heal ourselves as a healer. You've got to be ready for this and ready to heal the tank and heal you at the same time. This is why I like Healing Wind, because it heals everybody in the group. Excuse me, I just hit the mic. It heals everybody in the group as well as yourself. And also here I have something called a recovery serum. This is my I'm going to die button. So this is here when I'm getting hit on and I can't heal myself because my flash heal is gone and I'm just getting hit very, very hard. So I will hit that, and then I will hit Pandemonium's Protection. Sorry, I'm so blah. Pandemonium's Protection, and it'll bring you back up to full health. You should be full health by the time that you hit both of those. And it is a lifesaver, so I always keep those for emergency heals on myself. I don't use them for mana, I don't use them for health, because I have these, and if I need health, I will pop a little heal over time on myself, and I will be fine, because I'm not getting hit at that point, or I should not be getting hit at that point. I'm going to group heal this. So see, this is another example of the rooms being very, very tight and hard to pull. Because this little one wanders all the way around the room, he wanders all the way around the room, and this guy wanders all the way, sorry, girl wanders here, and so does that guy. So you have to be very careful with what you're pulling, which right now we pulled the Lich in the center of the room, but his aggro range is pretty big, if you can see the little circle there. That's fine. I'll take over the healing since Rune Queen accidentally DC'd. But yeah, see how his circle was really big? You see how big these things are? So we've got this here. If we pull this guy, we're going to pull that guy there, and we're going to pull this whole entire side here. So you really got to be careful with what things you pull in this room. That's the whole of Adma. It's very, very hard to try and not screw up a pull in here. But if you know what you're doing, which most Templars do, or anybody else in here that's run this a million times, you should be fine. So see how he's taken a little bit of damage? I've just put a heal over time, and he should heal back to full while I'm worrying about healing the people that are actually getting hit and putting, you know, my normal heal of light onto them. Healing light. Whatever it's called. I usually don't call any of these skills by their names. I just go like my big heal, my medium normal heal, my quick heal, my oh shit heal, basically, which is the Flash of Recovery. So I'm just going to put a heal over time on Terra, and then wait until it comes off cooldown, and then put another one on Let Me Go. So Let Me Go is he was tanking right then, so then I would, you know, cast Healing Light on him. That's your #1 heal. Carry me when. I like that. I like that. Carry me when. I mean, I think so. Okay, so we've just pulled extras because these ones always get pulled from the side here. But if we pull them all into here and the Banshee doesn't fear us out of the room, we should be absolutely fine. I like to walk into this room because if I get feared, it's only coming into this room. I'm going to pull 2 more Banshees, which can't fear us anywhere. So see how I'm getting aggro now? I'm just going to do this, pop a shield, and then I'm going to go do a group heal because I don't need heals myself right now, because group heals are better because a lot of people are hurt and everybody's back to full, and then you can just stay calm. Never ever panic when you're healing. Some people do because it's just like, oh my god, this person's taking damage, this person's taking damage. But you have, this one here is actually a stigma skill, so you need this skill. Trust me, you need this goddamn skill. Splendor of Recovery. You need that because the smaller group heal is good, but it's a 5-second cooldown, and you can use this big heal when you need to, when everybody's at half health. Is she back? Oh, Rune Queen's back? Oh, yeah, she likes concentration, I guess, too. I like concentration. It's a very good thing to have as a cleric. But if you're doing PvP, magic resist everything because you're going to be a target and you're going to be able to blow the crap out of people, which is amazing. So see, I've group healed here. Group healed, not grouped. Group healed here, and then I've popped a little heal on him. Rune Queen's taking a little bit of damage, but she's going to handle her own heals. See, she just did a group heal just then as well. So I'm just going to let her take on the healing. I'm going to do another group heal because 2 people are down in health, and I like to waste my group heals. Oh, avoid stuff. That's nice. Fuma won't need that, will he? Alright, so my health is here. Sorry, my mana is here, so I'm going to just pop this one. Whoops, I didn't mean to pop that one. But I like to pop those ones a lot myself. I think because I have more recovery potions than I do mana, so I'm trying to waste them as much. So this is going to hurt, so I might just second heal Terra here because these got the magic damage hurts a lot. See, half of his health is already gone. So I'm going to do a little group heal now because Rune Queen's getting hit as well, and she's going to have to change targets to herself. So this is Princess Carry Me When's room. I like it. But this is the princess room, and there's a lot of Banshees in here, and these Banshees like to fear. So if you get feared from here to there, you're going to pull the whole entire room. So you've got to be very, very careful. See, Let Me Go just got feared just then, and I dispelled it with my double dispel, which I love. Like, you just push it once, and you're double dispelling. This is like the retail version when you had the 2 pushed into the 1, which was a godsend because then you didn't have to, you know, choose which one of the skills. Where are they? My dispels. I don't know where the dispels are gone. But the dispels, aha. So one here is Cure Mind, which is the mental debuffs, and then the other one, which is the physical debuffs. And it's very hard to tell when you're just looking and you're constantly just looking at the health of people. It's very hard to tell what dispel you need. So I'm constantly like clicking 1 or 2 or 1 or 2, and it never ever seems to work out. But this one, I can just sit back, I can relax, and I can go, oh, this person needs to be dispelled of whatever. I can just press this once, I can press it again, and I never ever have to worry about it. So we've gotten 3 right now. I'm going to root the Banshee at the back because if you're not hitting the Banshee, they're not going to be doing their fear thing. But they're all attacking because they want it dead first. So I'm going to do a group heal because 3 people are hurting. And then Terra just blinded them. You can see the little puff of smoke. Sometimes it's very hard to see the puff of smoke. But that's what you use for CC here if you don't have actual CC. Is you can be a very good CCer or a crowd controller by just keeping a single mob out of the group for a few seconds to allow yourself to figure out which person's taking damage and which person needs a dispel. And because our root is very, very on a very, very fast cooldown, I'm like AFK healing this, not even paying attention. On a very fast cooldown, you'll be able to re-root them right as it comes off right as they come out of it, unless somebody hits it first. So this is the princess room where the cauldron is, if you see the cauldron there, and the teddy bear right over there. They're very hard to see behind these 3. I'm going to root this girl, and I'm going to go around the pillar here and bring all of these guys over here so the DPS can kill them. See how I've got a dispel? Don't even have to worry about what I'm dispelling. So she's on me, so now I'm going to do this and walk away from her, and I'm going to do another group heal. The more you can keep them away, the better. So she's still coming at me, because because somebody accidentally hit her. And now I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to just lightly heal Terra. This is a very quick heal if you need a heal in emergency, this one here. But it eats your mana like absolute crazy. But if you're having trouble keeping a tank up with this, I'm not healing anybody, I'm just healing myself right now. If you're having trouble keeping a tank up with this, you can use this one, use that one, and go back and use them on rotation with each other. And it'll start bouncing the tank's health up a lot. If your big heal is gone, your flash heal is gone, and these ones are out of the question because they're so long a cooldown and so long to cast. These two heals here, Healing Light and Healing of Recovery, are the best heals that you could possibly do to keep somebody up until one of the bigger ones come off cooldown. And at that point, you'll want to hit your oh shit button, which will give you the faster casting and the less mana spent. So you'll definitely want to try and macro those things because they are a lifesaver once you get them. Sorry. This is a 50 healing guide, by the way, I guess. You call it a 50 healing guide. So now I've got less mana because I haven't been paying attention. So I'm just... yes, I can. I don't have much left though. So good food for healers is this stuff here. It gives you a bunch of health and a bunch of MP, and then this stuff here, the Leopus cocktails, they actually help you with your mana treatment, which gives you more mana. Where is Rune Queen? There she is. So we're basically just teaching her how to do this stuff. Smiley face. Okay, so we're just going to keep clearing this room. There's Princess Karim-Wen, or Carry Me Wen. I like that, Carry Me Wen. I like it. But yeah, see, her dress and my dress are pretty much the same. But I only kept it red because I like the red colour. So see, he's a different coloured with his health, so you just dispel it, and you don't have to worry about which one it is. Most of the time, most healers look at the debuffs that they get, but by the time that you look at it and then figure out which dispel you need, they're either dead or running into another mob or taking a bunch of damage, and then you have to worry about healing rather than dispelling it. So most of the time I say healing first, then dispel. Healing first, then dispel. When you're at Adma, you'll want to dispel first, then worry about healing. Most of the people won't be taking too much damage except for the tank. When the ads come in the second phase, I guess, or whatever, when the ads come along, you want to do like small group heals. Sometimes when the ads don't die fast enough, they explode on your group, and that's when you'll want to use your big Splendor of Recovery. That's the best time to use that one. Look at this, the ranger just put this thing asleep. Now it's on the healer, so you root that and walk away. She's just got to learn to move away. So she's just going to stand there and take it. Oh, there you go, she's did it. And then I'm going to reroute it again. Whoop. So I reroute it again. Yeah, see, now she's learning. I always reroute them as much as I can. If you have time in between your heals, which I most of the time do, she's on her because nobody's taken the aggro, but now the boys have taken the aggro, so she's good. She just took a huge amount of damage just then. Has Rune Queen... She hasn't done this fight before, has she? Do you want to explain the fight to her? Okay, cool. So, as I said before, she'll do a debuff on the whole entire group, and everybody will be flashing either like a little red debuff or a little blue debuff. The blue debuff, you come over here to the incense burner, and one person out of the group clicks it. You never click it as a cleric. Oh, you as a cleric never ever click that. Your number one priority is to keep the tank alive, keep yourself alive, and then the party. Never worry about any clicking. Never worry about picking anything up. Don't worry about looting in the middle of the battle. You can do that later. If not, other people can do it. Always worry about healing first. That should be your priority, and keep the tank alive, because he or they should be keeping the ads off you. So one of the DPS are going to come over here and click this. Hi, Van. And then if we get the red debuff, we come over here. The whole entire group runs across the floor, and we click this. The blue debuff, I think, gives you like a very long casting. So if I was to cast like this here, it would be very, 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 very slow, even though that's my fastest cast. Your flash heal would still go off very, very fast. But that's the faster you can dispel it with the incense burner or the teddy bear, the easier it is for you to cast. So if you're in the middle of it and you run over there and you cast this while the blue debuff is on you, it'll make it cast slow. I suggest just like jumping, like starting to cast it, and if it's very slow, jump, wait for them to dispel it, and then recast it. Don't waste that heal because it's going to take forever, and the tank's probably either going to come back into the middle of the room or stay over near that incense burner. Whoops, I did it again. I like using that button because it's a free mana. But also with this is also pendants. You can just pop a little quick normal heal on yourself. You'll heal over time, and that should keep my health to full pretty much. And it should get me my mana up, which is doing right now. So we're just waiting because we're explaining the fight. Alright, so Terra's just going to beat the crap out of her, and we're just going to wait and see what her debuff is. So I'm going to DPS here because I'm not needed to heal mental. So the blue debuff. So this is the one that makes you cast slower. So if I cast this now, see how slow that is? So if I jump it and then cast it again, look how fast that is, you see? So it slows down your casting. You'll always want to jump and cancel before anything like, before you constantly cast that very, very slow thing. So my guess is she's going to do this again, which I was about to say. My guess is she's going to do it again. So you wait, and then you do it right after the debuff is gone. See how the DPS are all running towards it? It would be better if the ranger clicked it instead of the melee DPS. So this is just a normal thing here. So what you're going to do is you're going to group dispel, which she just did. Very good. I think she's going to do teddy bear next is my guess, unless she's going to die before it. Nope, she did blue again. So everybody else is doing that again, and we're fine. So Rune Queen didn't get dispelled. Ouch. So now everyone's down to almost half health. I'm going to do a great big group heal, and then everybody's back to full. Never ever stress out about doing your... Ooh, a belt. Never ever stress about healing. Like, try and stay as calm as possible. Tara just lost the roll. Should I roll this? Do I want it? I got a 78. Yay! 90 to beat. No, I'm not going to beat that. Nice. Alright, so that was basically the princess fight. We didn't even go over to the teddy bear, but most of the time the tank will tank her, like, in between here, because she 90% of the time starts with a blue buff. Sometimes the second time she does the blue buff, and then at the third buff, she'll go to the teddy bear. If your DPS isn't good, you'll be going back and forward from both of those, depending on what buff you get. But always remember to try and dispel the big slow, because it'll slow the people down to run to touch the teddy. We should probably kill that banshee, but she'll pull that if we pull her right there. Nope, we're going to wait. See how close she is? You can see here on the mini-map that she will pull. I think she's fine now, so I'm going to pull her, or Tara's going to pull her, and then we're going to bring her back into the room if we can. But I don't think she's coming. We just want to move her away from that area. Yeah, always try and nuke the hell out of these. See, she's doing horrifying scream, but she's going to be dead before she gets to cast it. Always a good thing. Yep. I hate this slow. It's so annoying in here. So now we're going to be heading this way here. So we went through here and into one of these rooms. You might go this way too to get the key to go to the princess room. You don't have to do the princess. You can go here and then go straight up through here if you want. You always pull these three every time, so we don't have to stress out about that. See, Rune Queen is now stealing aggro because she's healing, because we don't have a tank to taunt the third mob. But they're blinded, so it's fine because the little puffs of black smoke around their head. So this is always when you know you've got a good assassin, when you're like, oh crap, something's coming to eat my face as a healer, and then it's not hitting me and you're like, why is it not hurting? And then you realize the assassin, or maybe maybe a ranger has slept it, or they have blind as well, or like a Sork has slept it or rooted it. It's always a good thing. If you see a Sork root though, if you see a Sork like root it, move a couple inches away. Oh, I'm not gonna aggro shit just when walking and talking. But yeah, always just move a couple inches away as a healer. It's very, very hard to do it in between heals, especially when the tank's health is like this. I'm gonna go loot this because free loot. Yay! Free trash loot. Yay! Did anybody get the key? Okay. So now we're going to go back here and go up to the middle here. And we're going to get a key depending on where we go. We might get the servants' quarter or the treasury. And you can dodge the poison here by going like this. You can see the poison puffs of cloud. But since we're so high, my resistance are so high, I don't even think I'm going to get hit with it. Like, it's just a poison gas. I know my DP's full. Oh. So these guys are pulled. These guys hit very, 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 very hard, as you can see. So, yeah, always got to be ready to keep the pulls up. Some tanks won't even stop, and they won't even like let you get enough time to get mana. So always, as they're fighting, I'll be popping mana potions, I'll be popping my mana treatment, and I'll be popping penance and my recovery potions in between heals. Like when there are groups like this and nobody's taking very much damage, I'll do a group heal, and then I'll pop mana treatment because they're not going to take another bit of damage, and by the time that they do, my healing wind will be off cooldown because it's basically the same cooldown as my mana treatment. So I always keep my mana halfway or full, depending on what I'm doing and how much time I actually have in between heals and running and things like that. So right now we're not doing anything, so I would pop a mana potion, but I'm not healing, so I don't need to. I should have had that on all along, but I keep forgetting to put it on. Rune Queen has hers on, but again, I'm not healing. I'm trying to teach and get people to learn. So this guy here, you can pull him, but you will pull the boss. But these guys, there's like two different guys here that patrol this way, another guy that patrols there, and another one that patrols that way. So you gotta be very careful in between the pulls when to pull the boss. He's the guy that's gonna drop us a key and tell us which room we have to go into next. I like tacos. Nice, Ben. So see how his health went to a different color, always green. So you just click on it and just do your double dispel. Like, I really like it. So we're going to the treasury room, which is the one straight across that way. So it's over there. That's the treasury room. So we're just going to kill this guy and maybe the patrol, or we might just make it all the way over to here. Which I'm just going to go over here and stand on this guy and start beating on his face. Never do this as a cleric. But like, I'm pretty high level and I'm pretty confident in my heals, so... And I'm not healing the entire group, so I'm just going to sit here and beat the crap out of this guy while everybody gets over here. This here is also another, whoop, somebody pulled. That's okay though, it's only the patrol. So you want to pull everything into here in case extras get pulled. Okay, so he's taking a lot of damage, so I'm going to do a big group heal here and just relax. Because you never ever need to worry about it. So now my mana is below halfway where I don't like it, and everybody's okay with their health. So, say Terra had a little bit of damage, I would pop a Healing of Light, and then I would immediately do mana treatment. Always try and keep it in that halfway to full mark, because if shit hits the fan and everything gets pulled, you're gonna need that mana, honey. You're gonna need it hard. Nyonk. Okay, so he needs to be dispelled. So I'm just doing this very lazily. Like, this is most of what the way that I heal is. I'll just jump around. I'll waste my flash heal. I'll just like do little heals like this. I'll beat on mobs. This is my normal healing, like jumping around, just making it entertaining for myself, because sometimes healing in a dungeon's like this. Because I'm so calm and I know what I'm doing, so it's just like, eh. But if I'm jumping around and keeping it more, I don't know, innovative, I guess, for myself, it keeps me entertained, basically. And sometimes I like to like just run in and just start like melee and things like yeah, yeah, and then see that Terra's health is down because I'm looking at the mob. So I'll just click there and then boom, flash heal, and then go back to beating the shit out of the mob. But yeah, don't do this if you're a learning healer and doing Adma. Don't beat on the mobs. But it is good to have a little bit of damage and DPS. Sometimes I pop Chastise, which is a little damage over time. And this guy's going to walk halfway into this room. And my servant. Now my servant is a... We're probably going to pull like 3 here if we pull that guy now. See the little patrol? Probably be fine. So I'm going to... Whoops. I'm going to do my little healy servant, or my damage servant. And we're going to do a group dispel, which she already did. She's just too good at this, man. Little Rune Queen seems to be going well. So her real test will be once we get to Adma. I did it again. I like to use this. Lanok, what did I say? Adma. I keep saying Adma. It's Lanok. Lanok is the last boss. I'm sorry. Do you want me to actually morph in here? I mean, I guess I could. I'm not doing much, just talking about stuff. So we're just going to do some morphing while we're waiting, because I'm not healing, so I don't need to save my DP for Acquittal or Brilliant Protection or any of that stuff, because I'm not healing at the moment. So I'm just going to do this while we're waiting, and we're just going to talk more about this. So this room here is very, very hard to pull. Oh, see, he got the boss and an ad. That's okay. He almost got the patrol that's walking across. So you see that? The one that was there? But he's just pulled 2 extras, but that's okay. So this boss here, he summons like... Is this the boss? This isn't the boss. These are just ads. The boss here summons like little boxes, and you just do a lot of AoE and kill them. But since we don't have much AoE, we are going to have a lot of boxes on the healers, but I think it's okay. I'm letting Rune Queen deal with this to see how she goes under pressure, which she's actually really, like, she's impressing me at the moment, considering. Like, she was a little worried about healing this, so I've only healed a couple of times, but that was just showing how to heal and things like that. So this is how you morph, guys. This is how you morph. We're just doing it in the middle of the dungeon. See how she's staying away from the mobs? The further you are away from the mobs, the more time that you have in between them running to you, the more time you have to click on them and then do a route and then move back away from them again. So Terra's just pulled 3 extras, 4 extras, 5 extras. I think we should be okay. Run. Oh well. So Terra's pulled a lot, so this is where we're running. I'm going to pop a run scroll here. That guy is very, very angry, so I'm going to put a... Whoops, I've just pissed that guy off, but that's okay. I'm just going to run and continue running. See, he's now pissed off at me. Now this room's going to slow me down, but I resisted that, so that's great. So I'm just going to keep running, and then the boss, you can hear the dinks. They're going to keep... Ooh, look at him, he's on my butt. So you're just going to keep going, and I'm just going to heal myself and keep running. Running like a goddamn pro. Because that's how I roll in the Shire. Okay, so I want to do this. I'm going to root the boss. See how your root helps? It's also very good for PvP. Now this room here, he might catch me and he might do a bit of damage, so I'm going to pop that and then continue running. He's still going to follow me the whole way out of the instance. But I think it's only him that's following me right now. So I've just rooted him again and I'm going to run away. I'm going to pop a little heal on myself. Ow, he's really hurting right now. And so I might be able to get out of here if I root him and run pretty far away. We'll see what happens. He's pretty quick. So I'm going to root him, put this here. I think he's going to get out of that before I get over here. And I'm going to get out of this instance. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Oh, he might come down here and get me. And that's what happens. So if you pull too much, you make your way out of the instance, and then you wait for the reset and you go back in and res everybody. Yeah, I did that purpose. It was totally for the video. Do it for the van. Alright, so I'm going to wait 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go back in, and since that boss is pretty far away from his spawn point, he'll probably just reset immediately, or he'll be walking back slowly, so we'll soon find out. I think he's reset immediately. I always pop a run scroll on when you're running away from mobs, because you have that little bit of extra speed to save your ass, which is always a good thing. So Terra had his own res, and I think Rune Queen had her own res, but that stopped me from getting res sickness. Otherwise, I would have been dead at that point. So always run out of the instance if you can. It's not that far to run back, and you should be absolutely fine if you know your way around these places, that is. Most groups jump up here, and they walk along this wall here, but I get thrown off about there. Sometimes I get thrown off into the mob, so I always run around on the side here. Like the mob can't see you. Like, no, you can't see me. So I always run around on the side. I never jump up on that wall because it always pushes me out for some silly reason, and I don't know why. And always make sure to clear these banshees, because when you're running out, they will aggro to you, and then you might get feared, and then that's just going to be a whole clusterfuck of its own, pretty much. If you have like CCs, like a Sork with its AoE sleep, that could have slept like 3 or 4 people, and then they could have actually treed one, properly slept one, and then, you know, we could have taken it on from there. If I was healing and I had my DP, I would have popped a Quiddle. And then I would have popped that on myself. Yep, and Terra told me to use it for morphing, but that's absolutely fine. But yeah, so I'm just going to head back into the, what is this, not the stronghold, the gold area. And I'm going to go down here. Whoop, and then everybody's back here and they're fine. So if you don't have a chanter in your group, always remember to buff people. This is my my buff myself kind of thing here. My rebirth is on cooldown, but I still have it up, so we're absolutely fine. Always remember, Summer Circle. Always helps. And you'll notice right now I'm not really healing anything. I'm literally just popping heals over time or hots on people. So this boss, as you saw, was extremely fast and a huge pain in the ass. But he's very, very easy. Like, he's a twinkle tank, pretty much. So we can pull this guy now, which I'm going to run in and pull him because I have the range to do it. You don't ever do this as a healer. The tank usually uses his yoink skill, or the ranger does it, or assassin if they have a bow. Most of the assassins should have a bow. So you'll notice a bunch of little boxes all appear with this boss. He's really nothing to scoff at. Like he's pretty easy. See, there's a box. Oh no, I'm getting hit by a normal mob box because I'm healing. It's pretty easy. Like, don't ever stress about it. These little, aren't they cute though? They're kind of cute. So I'm just gonna spam heal myself, and then they just disappear. So you don't ever have to worry about it. Well, that one's still here for some reason. Whoops. And I got everything and the key. I don't think I grabbed the key. No. So then we just go back here. Itchy nose. There's a banshee at the front door. I'm gonna pull it in. I only saw her, like, the half of her head when I walked out, and I was like, ooh. This is what happens. Like, you really got to keep your eyes open. Hadouken! Hadouken! You always got to keep your eyes open for the banshees and the patrols and things like that. Like, now you can see here on the map, everything's pretty much fine. So I can walk straight out here and know that I'm not going to get aggro off of anything. Except maybe her. But most of the time, like, whoever has the key, they just literally train this. So you just run straight through.
Yeah, we're just gonna kill our way then.
We're going to kill our way. But normally you just run straight through, open the door, and then we'll show you the glide in a second here. After everything dies. The Terror's taken a lot of damage, you see that? So you always got to be prepared with the soldiers and the vampire dudes, because they really hurt. Anything with magic. So this one's going to do Horrifying Scream. So I'm going to get my back to the wall. It's not going to get it off though. Yeah, I always like to get my back to the wall before they do the Horrifying Scream, or around a corner or somewhere where they can't reach me. But you can't really go around the corner here because that guy's there. These guys don't patrol anywhere. There's only the couple of patrols around the center here, which you only have to worry about. Can I sit down in this chair? No, I can't. I like sitting down in chairs in instances. It's hilarious. I find it funny anyways. Especially the Alchemia labs. That place is fun. Or the Alchemia labs. Yeah, I'm just like lazily healing right now because we have a healer. She's doing actually really good. I'm gonna say you're doing really well, Queen. You're doing really well, Queen. Good job. She was just very nervous because she's never done this before. So I was like, hey, look, I'm happy to come in and be your backup heals if you need. See, she says, thank you. She's so happy. It's very unconventional to have two clerics, no tanks. But this was a mismatch, and because Seal server is, sorry, not Seal, Israfel is so like dead at the moment. So this is the glide to lose all the ads. When you run through the door, you just jump off and glide to the wall and just wait. And you wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until all the mobs reset back up the hallway. So then I usually just jump down here and wait. I wait for the tank because these guys hurt a lot. So always wait for the tank or someone else to jump down first before you start healing. Make sure the tank hits the ground and starts taunting. Because there's like, I don't know, 7 of these guys and they bloody hurt and they will hurt you very badly as a healer. And they can ruin your concentration as well. I'm just doing this quest because it's here. I don't need it. I don't need the XP. I don't even know what it gives me. So Rune Queen hasn't done the rest of the campaign, so we have to go up here. And we have to go up here and we have to kill like the suspicious boy up here. See, sus boy. Oh, you can't see it in the chat. We have to go up there and kill the suspicious boy. Wow, I'm having trouble saying suspicious. And then she's going to have to leave the instance, go somewhere else, kill a couple of mobs, and then come back. Which is going to be fine because we're going to slowly kill our way through the run. Most tanks, like Templars, they have their something armor, ethereal armor or something like that. And they literally just pop that. They just run through here, pull the mobs. So they go this way around the corner, they go this way, they run this way, go through here, and then they run all the way down to here where Adma is himself. Sorry, not Adma, Lanok is himself. I keep saying Adma, this is the dungeon. And they mostly train all the way down there. Like, it's amazing to watch a tank do that. It's really cool. But I like to kill because it's fun. I like to see things get exploded. And the more things that are getting killed, the more things you have to heal. So this guy turns into like a little angel dude and he's going to hurt people, and then we just do this and then we go group heals for everybody, Lundabar. It's great. And then he's going to be DED soon. And then we just sort of hang out. Yeah. I think at lower levels, this guy does hit pretty hard, so you'll always just want to be spamming. Even if your tank is full health, I always like spam, or sometimes you'll see them charging up like a spell, like the mob will be charging up a spell, so I will wait until the spell's halfway, and then I'll cast my bigger heal, and then by the time that it hits them, your bigger heal's gone off and the tank's back to full health. That's always a good thing, to be watching the mob's attack or cast bar, because then you know what's coming and you know how much to heal, if you're used to the mobs and things like that. Okay, so Rune Queen has to go. Does she know what she's doing? Oh, okay, I thought I lost my Pengu. Don't forget to pat your pets. This is my lily friend pet. It's a totally Pengu. Pengu, toddle. That dress does look nice in black. I quite enjoy that. That's very pretty. It's adorable. So what we're going to do is we're just going to slowly kill our way through here. As I said, we're going to just go down here, around here, up through here, and basically... Ooh, that was a big symbol in my face. Basically make our way through here. All the tanks usually train. I pulled friends! So my Holy Servant, I always like target it and then put a little heal on it to make it last that little bit longer. 11D! So, oh my god, my health is down, so then I just flash heal myself and I'm absolutely fine. I'm just pulling it while I'm waiting. Just me. Yeah, definitely ask the cleric. I would be in Discord talking to them, but right now I'm just doing like a guide kind of thing. Hopefully, and help people learn how to heal from a healer's perspective. Even though I'm not really healing this, I'm letting somebody else do it because they're very, very nervous. And just teaching you guys about the skills and trying to help out. And I've probably missed a bunch of stuff because I'm mostly just talking about the things that I like to use. This is a really good, this one here, the Promise of Wind. It's really, really good if you're, whoop, I should probably be healing her. Did Rune Queen leave yet? Okay. Oh, and Fleury went as well, cool. Let's see how 2 people took damage then, and then Fuma is a little bit of health down, so I just popped a hot on him, and since I know that, well, I think he's tanking now. Since I know that he's tanking, I'll put a bigger heal on him. Terra's not going to be pulling any more mobs or let me go, so I'm just going to put a little hot on them and just leave it, because they'll heal up over time. If your priority target is not getting hit, I don't know, I pulled the 2 bats here and I just pulled the ones on the left. They were just angry. They're so angry. So yeah, to pull this guy, you have to pull him and then stand here, because otherwise he's just going to sit there and hurt you. And he's probably going to cast like something like a magic missile or something if he ever gets it off. But he hurts tanks a lot because he does magic damage. And tanks are wearing plate, and plate is very susceptible to magic. Man, I am just having trouble forming a sentence today. It is 11:42 at night, so... Yeah, we're just trying to get some things going on. So these guys are all normal mobs. You can pull these, but most people just pull the bats around the corner. Which I might do. These are elite bats. I don't think it's going to pull the mobs in the middle. That's fine. I'm just doing some pulls.
My suspicious sack.
You can have your suspicious sack. Enjoy that, good stuff. He's screaming out, I want my suspicious sack. We're turning in quests. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I've already killed that one and this one. So then I just pop my little servant, and then I'm going to pop a little heal over time on it, because the longer you have that out, the more damage it'll have to be able to pump out. If I pop a flash heal, it's going to stay out again for another hit or 2. Because we're turning left here. So that's the quest that you can go back in there and turn in, but I'm not really that fussed on it, so I'm not going to bother with it. So these are just normal little mobs, so you don't have to worry about them too much on the tank. But as I said, we're going to go down here, turn this way, go around here, and then we're going to go through the little doorway here. And yeah, it's a little bit harder, like when your tank is running through here and you've never been here before, it's very, very hard, because you're like, oh my god, you panic, you're like, where am I going, where am I going? Just follow the flow of the group. Don't heal at that point, just follow the group. Don't dispel, don't heal, just follow the group. And always make sure that you have your rebirth on before you do the run, because somebody might not make it and they might die outside the door. If they die before you get inside, stay outside and die with the mobs. and then go back and res the person that died. Because once you enter Lanok's chamber, you cannot get out unless you go all the way back around the front again, which is a pain in the ass. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to kill yourself to res somebody, but you'll need all the DPS you can get because Lanok himself is a DPS race at the very end. Whoops, I just clicked on him too many times. It's also a good thing, like when you're AFK, like you're like, be right back, you just double click somebody in the party and you auto follow, double left click, and it auto follows them. But sometimes when I'm healing, I'll try and click on them to make sure I've got it, and I'll be like that, and then I'll double click and be like, oh, why am I walking towards them? You can also press C as well, but once you reach the person that you're up to, it doesn't follow them anymore. So C is also another good follow. So I'm just dispelling him, and I'm going to pop a quick heal on him, and then I'm just going to pop a quick heal over time on that person. I like to click the names, but you still can, as I said, like use all the way up to F6, which is the last person in your party. F7, it selects the closest party members to you. So he's taken a lot of damage, he's taken a little bit of damage. I'm going to do a full group heal on that, even though it's only 2 people that have taken damage. Because it's a minute cooldown, so by the time that I need it, it'll be up. But if I need that and it's not up, I'm going to pop a quiddle and save the butt, and then Morchiton's Light, always. Look at this spider. This is my favorite spider in this instance. It's just the cutest one. They're all exactly the same. They all look the same. But he just pops down and goes, hello. Don't you, little buddy? Yeah, hello. I mean, I'm a girl. I'm afraid of spiders. Eek. So, yep, Terra's taking a little bit of damage, so I'm just going to flash heal him to buy myself some time to do a group heal because everybody's taken damage. And then I'm going to group dispel. And then Terra's taken damage, so I'm going to heal the little quick heal on him, and then I'm going to do a quick heal, the same one on Fuma, and then everybody's taking damage again, so I'm going to group heal again. See the basically a rotation that you've got going on. Now, I'm not really watching my mana, but I should be, so I'm below half where I don't like to be, but I'm explaining a lot of things right now. When I'm mostly in dungeons, any of my videos that you'll watch, you'll see that my mana is usually staying there. Unless I'm healing very, 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 very hard, my mana should never ever drop past that, or I'll be talking to people and not paying attention to myself. So this is like we're going to be waiting. So by the time that goes off, it'll be full by the time I run up to the end of this hallway. My mana should be at least. So we're just going to hang out here. Nobody's taken damage, so this is the time where I would sit down in the fight, or wait for this to come off cooldown and reuse it. Whoops. What was that? Oh. So Let Me has to be dispelled, so I'm just going to do that. 2 people are taking damage, so I'm going to group heal, and then I'm probably going to flash Let Me Go because of his health, and boom. Whoop. I keep hitting my mic. He's back to full health. So you always want to try and just pop little heals over times on the people that aren't getting hit like yourself, and then use your healing light on the person that is getting hit. Unless they're taking huge amounts of damage, then pop that big heal on them there, the Radiant Cure. You don't have to have your bars set up as mine. This is just how I feel comfortable with mine. You might have your big heal way at the other end of the bar. You might have all your DPS skills at the 1, 2, 3 button. Go with what you feel makes you comfortable. You don't have to have everything set where I set it. It's just where I like to have it. Like over here are my unimportant skills that I don't really have to worry about. So all my mana skills, all my scrolls, my return, and my sit down and my buffs basically. Like they're not the important ones that I need right now. But all the important ones are basically here in my face. These ones, my food, I didn't have any room, so I sat them up here. And the penguin, really not important, but I always have him on that bar so I can remember if I die, I've got to summon him, which I constantly forget. So Fuma's just taken some damage there, which is fine. And Let Me Go, I don't know what everybody's doing. I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to do a group dispel, and then I'm going to do my big heal because Fuma's taken damage, but he's also healing himself because he's a good chanter and he knows when to heal. So it always pays to have a good chanter in your group that instead of them worrying about like the conal must-do DPS, it's always good to have a chanter in your party that's like, oh, this person's taking a mass amount of damage and the healer can't heal, so it's better to have a good, dependable backup healer in your group. Because like you could be healing one person up here and then somebody could pull a whole group and then they could be almost down half health. So that the most of the time the chanter... what did I roll on? What?
A major recovery potion.
I wasn't paying attention. But anyways, yeah, so the chanter would then either stop DPSing and heal you because you're probably going to grab a lot of aggro, or he will start healing the tank, or she will start healing the tank in that manner, depending on who's playing the character. And that's when you know you've got a good chanter. Don't ever tell your chanters to not heal, always have a good chanter to heal you. We were in DC the other day, dropped in a cave. See how he went all like down half damage? Doing a big heal. And then I'm going to do a flash heal and he's back to full. Most of the time you should keep your recovery, your flash heal for emergencies. But since I know that we're not going to fight any mobs for the next couple of seconds until they're up here when I'm not going to need it, it's very... You got to really know when you can do your heals and when to save your flash of recoveries. Like in boss fights, I won't use flash of recovery until somebody's health is like that, and then I'll pop that on them and then I'll do a group heal to heal everybody else back up because a lot of people will be taking a lot of damage. So see here, I don't have any of my skills up, so I'm going to just start spamming this and I'm going to spam that to get him back to full. You see? I think the chanter's also healing, which is great. But always like, I mean, flash of recovery was up, but that was just in case it wasn't up, you know what I mean? So I'm going to do this, I'm going to pop a little heal over time on the tank, and then I'm going to do my normal heals. And then I'm going to dispel. I like using the group dispel rather than doing the single one because you have to click and then click and then click and then click. I like to click myself. I'm a very clicky healer, but you might not like to do that. You might like to go F1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to heal your people with and just use your buttons to heal. See, this is the big heal, and he'll heal to full from now on. You won't see me use that very often unless I've actually got a full-on Templar tanking. But see, he's taken damage now, so I always start with my little heal of rejuvenation or heal over time. See, he's half health. I'm going to heal him to full, and he should be pretty much full right now. If not, you pop your little tiny normal heal, and he'll be back to full. So he's doing a powerful knockdown. He's going to go down a bunch of health. Back up to full again, you see? So you always got to like try and keep an eye on what the mob is casting, who the mob is attacking. So sometimes it pays to tab to the mob and see who he's attacking, which he's attacking Let Me Go. But Terra took that damage because he probably stole it at the last minute. Oh, look, a little dagger. Cute.
Roll on the dagger, but you won't roll on the moneymaker?
I'm good. The moneymaker. I have 29 mil. I'm pretty sure I'm the moneymaker. Yeah, I'm good. That's from doing alchemy potions and not enchanting my gear. You'll notice that I haven't enchanted very much of my gear, like maybe 1 or 2, but that was with just crappy stones that wouldn't sell in the auction house. So Terra's about to die here, but I'm going to get up here and jump and go flash heal, and then he's fine. And then I'll just do a big heal for him, and then I'll pop a little tiny heal on him and just leave it. Because Let Me Go shouldn't be taking aggro right now because Terra's the one getting smacked on. Should we go back to find... Oh, he's linking the way. Okay, good. I think we should run back because it's her first time in here. Okay. Yeah, it's if it's somebody's first time, you always got to be patient with them, especially clerics, because healing Adma is a very, very scary thing because the dispelling, if you don't dispel it, that feeling of like, oh my god, this person's going to die in a few seconds, like it's very, very scary. When I first healed Lanok myself, I didn't realize I needed to dispel people. And people were just dropping. I'm like, what the hell? I was healing this person. What the hell? How'd they just get one shot? And I didn't understand because first time healing. So this is where I'm going to be doing this video and hopefully helping people. This is the length of the run, which is what, an hour and 13 minutes so far. It can be done faster if you have a Templar that trains. Training is basically starting in this room and like going, like training all the way to the princess room or the key or whatever, and then training all the way to the princess room is running through the mobs and using all your cooldowns, dying in a corner somewhere, and then having the rest of the group in another corner where you won't get aggro, and then you just res the tank, and then you keep training all the way here to Adma pretty much. It's a bit of a fun run when you get the tanks that know how to train. It's great, but I like to kill. I like things that are, you know, because I like to heal things. So we'll see what these guys are doing. Terra's going back for them. Where's oh, she's coming. Cool beans. Yeah, so Queen's almost here. She already knew, man. She's just like, I know this place. Let's go, girl. Yay, Rune Queen. Yay. And she didn't aggro anything. It's always good to have like new little friends and stuff. I like her shield though. That's a pretty cool shield. But I like mine better because it's obviously got a bull, but it looks cooler, I guess. This is my buddy. His name is Bill. He's just having a bit of a nap. Just entertaining ourselves while we wait for the other two to get here, and then I can start showing you the Lennox fight, because Lennox's a little bit scary, so we're going to explain the fight. It's not very hard. It's a very, very easy fight. Once you know what you're doing and what to expect, you should be able to do this with a breeze. It's a little bit nerve-wracking when it's the first time, but once you do it a couple more times and you really get into it, you'll be good. So hopefully this guide, well, it's not even a guide, it's just an explanation really, will help you out. That's Lennox. You can see like he's got two arms there. One arm which is a normal body, and then there's like an ethereal arm, or ethereal arm. I don't know how to exactly pronounce that word, but yeah, it's like a ghostly form basically. So he's basically gonna merge himself into one, and then he's gonna like start trying to attack us. By the way, this horse is OP, and I love the look of it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. But this fight is pretty easy. Most of the time the tanks tank him on the stairs, and then the healer and the rest of the DPS group stand on his butt or near his butt. You're going to have about 3 to 4 ads spawning here, 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 over there, and over there, depending on how many ads spawn. Sometimes you'll get ranged ads. Now these ads need to die first, because if nobody's attacking them, who gets the aggro? You do, if you're the healer. So they need to die first because they silence the healer, and then they come in and they do a really big one-shot, almost a one-shot hit on the healer. You can stand here, by the way, like it won't aggro the boss, because his aggro range is like pretty small. So don't freak out once you walk in. But everybody walks in and goes to this corner. As you can see, everybody's piled here just to make sure you don't aggro the boss. But yeah, so you're going to get ads around, and you have to kill the ranged ads first, because if you don't, the healer is going to get silenced. And if you get silenced, this is why I have these two on my bars here. They are for DC, for Bakama when we're fighting him, but you'll need to use these in here if you get silenced, because it is very, very bad. If you get silenced and somebody gets death sentence, you can't do anything about dispelling that death sentence, and they can only do it once with one of these things here. I'm always ready. Always ready. My mana is full, I'm always ready. So we're just going to stand at the butt of him. So Terry's going to go pull him to the stairs, and we're going to just wait here. So he'll run up there in a second. He likes to go, look at him chucking a nana. He'll come over. Or, that's alright. So we can just stand here, and we're just going to pop light heals on the tank, light heals on the other tank, because they're going to be sharing aggro. I'm used to it. You don't want to be standing in front of Lennox because he does like a little bit of a conal attack. So I'm going to stand on the stairs. I can still heal everybody. So Phil is going to drop WoW. Oh, I don't know if I got WoW. I know. But WoW's really good for the healers too, because it makes them heal faster. So when he gets down here, he's going to bring the first lot of ads out, which I'm going to be watching. He's just doing Crippling Wave. Come on, little buddy, where's the ads? Oh, maybe he gets down to this one here first. So he's going to start doing Death Sentence soon. He's just doing Crippling Waves at the moment. Don't forget to play with your pets. Not in the middle of boss fights. So Crippling Wave again. So he's probably going to start doing his Death Sentence and summoning ads very, very shortly once he gets down to that second part of his health. So Death Sentence, you see that? On me. So I'm going to Dispel, and she's already got it. Good job. Good job. So she's like watching light healing. So here's the ads. So there's normal ads, so we're fine. We've only got 2. So the ranged DPS will beat the crap out of those, hopefully, for you. We don't want to be standing anywhere near that. We want to be at the back of the boss or on the side. Don't be afraid to move around as a healer. So Flura, I'm going to see if she does it. She's not doing it, so I'm going to do it. Oh, she got it. Good job. Yeah, good job. So I'm going to do a group heal. She's probably going to do a group heal too. See how she's going to do a group heal too. See that? Good healing. Always do a group heal when everybody's a little bit damaged. You're pretty fine. So she's getting aggro right now because we have ads on the healer. So she's going to heal herself. She's going to put a shield on herself. And she's waiting. So we've got another Death Sentence. So I'm going to Dispel once, and she's Dispelling. So I'm going to let her take the full lead here, and I'm going to go straight damage. And we're just going to watch her heal. This is very scary from a healer's perspective. No ranged ads yet. One ranged ad at the back there. So always kill this ranged ad every single time. He needs to go down first. Oh, beautiful. So she dispelled herself. Very good. Good job. I'm letting her take it all herself now. So I've just gotten thrown up in the air, but you can just use remove shock. Never ever use that second one because it'll silence you. But you can dispel it up the top here as well. So we've got our victory mantra and word of quickness. So we got walk cracking on here. So now she's taking damage. Alright, I'm going to see what she's doing. Dispel, dispel, dispel. Good girl. Yeah, look. See, she did it herself. Good job. See? So this is Adma in a nutshell, sorry, Lanok in a nutshell. No ranged. We're pretty good. So we're no ranged on this. Oh yeah, they explode if you leave them alive. I'm just slowly DPSing Adma right now because I'm doing this. Because I'm showing. So at this point, he's going to start doing area death sentence. So I'm going to do this and then group dispel. And that's how you do it. You don't have to use acquittal, but you need something to get the first layer of the AoE group dispel. If your group is fast enough with DPS, you should be fine. But when I'm doing this by myself, I like to pop... Oh, I'm going to grab that. I missed it. I like to pop acquittal and then the group dispel. Sometimes it doesn't get everybody and you will lose a person. Don't freak out when you lose a single person at the end of the boss fight. Keep healing and keep doing everything as normal. That is Adma in a nutshell, everybody. So thank you for watching and I hope it helped. Go back and watch the video a bunch of times. Talk up a storm. Or you can just replay the boss fight just this little bit here because the rest of the instance is pretty easy. And once you know what to do in Adma, it's fine. So always make sure to have your dispels up. Always choose somebody that has the green health bar. Doesn't even matter who it is. Just click on them and just dispel. All right. Well, thank you, everybody.